Ate?
Leo ndo amekuja kukota chuma. Yeye anangoja
So unataka kupeana update hapa? Unataka kupeana update hapa?
Niseme Jimajinga ngoja kuja kwanza. Niseme. Mjini wa Njibu.
Na video wake ile zote.
That's what people are talking about.
Hello, my name is Leah Koth, coming to you live in Nairobi CBD. As you can see, the crowd is still mounting and they are maintaining their peaceful. They want to just address the government, to address their grievances. So far we saw Jimmy Wanjigi and his deputy Willis Otieno. They tried to come talk to the crowd, but immediately they stepped in, they were tear gassed. So far the police are trying to just push people away from town. Businesses have been shut down. People coming into town have been told not to. So the crowd is there just trying to shout, trying to talk to the police. The police are, however, trying to de-escalate the situation. They are telling the crowd not to gather. They're telling them go home. They should not be within CBD. The crowd is maintaining that they are peaceful. It has been quite a very difficult day to report. As you can hear, there has been tear gas all over the place. It has been smoky, you can't see. You have to run all over the place. So we have to run. So as you can see, that is live tear gas. So we have to disperse from there. So that is another tear gas that has been thrown. So being a journalist, trying to report under these circumstances has not been easy. It has been very challenging, given the smoke, given the running here and there. but we've been here giving you live news update, giving you live news coverage of everything that has been happening. So it has been quite a challenge. So the smoke is choking. They're saying that they've never felt the intense of this tear gas. It's the first time they're feeling it. So it is very hard to report under these circumstances, as I've said. We're trying to just hide, try to run, but we have been trying to give you live images as they happen. People who have been arrested already have been taken to the police station. Eyes, I'm telling you, the eyes. So yeah, as you can see on your screen, the crowd is very relentless. Despite numerous attempts by the police to throw tear gas at them, they are still there. They go and hide and they come back. So the police is trying to do their job by dispersing the crowd. As I said, it has been quite challenging reporting under these circumstances because tear gas flow from one end to the other. When you run to this side, there is tear gas. When you go to the other side, there is tear gas. So you're just in a limbo. But we have been here live on the ground giving you comprehensive news. It has been quite difficult to get somebody to interview because once they see any person coming to the interviewing area, then the first thing it's done, there is tear gas being thrown. And when Jimmy Wajingi tried to even talk to the crowd, he wasn't even given a minute. Immediately he stopped. So that you can see, the police has thrown a tear gas. And they do not want people to gather in crowds. It is quite loud, quite smoky. So let's just move far from the crowd because once you are within the cloud, then you don't know what can happen. And so far, the injured, there are groups of people who have turned up to help people who have been injured. They're saying they've never felt the intense of this tear gas. It's quite intense. Reporting under these circumstances has not been easy. It has been very challenging because you find yourself being caught in between the riots, the police, the tear gas, the running. So far, the police do not want people to stand in crowds. They are telling people go back home. They do not want people to gather in crowds. They do not want protest. And it has been very, very hard to get anyone to interview, to just talk to them, to know why they're here, what they expect from the government. It has been very difficult. As you can hear, so you're stuck in between when you're reporting. The other side, there is tear gas. The other side, there are protesters. This other side, so it's a mixture of a lot. It's a mixture of a lot. When the protests began, and in the morning when we came in, there were not that many people. People were just coming in, but a lot of tear gas was being thrown. So if you can see that those were just like 3 people who were standing. And that is what is happening here. If like 3 or 4 people, then you're tear gassed. If you're standing 3, maybe you're even journalist. So it has been very, very difficult reporting under these circumstances, but we've been here live showing you this image, and we will also try as much as possible, see if we can get 1 or 2 interviews. So if you can hear behind me, the crowd is mounting. They are very relentless. Despite the tear gas being levied on them, they're still relentless. They do not want to stop. So 1 person over there has been injured. Oh my God. So apparently somebody is hurt over there and they're trying to really help him. But as I had told you, if there is any gathering, they discourage it from happening. So if there 3, 4, 5 people, they do not want it to happen. It is very difficult to even see in the tear gas. You don't even know where you're going. Other leaders who turned up have been told to go back home. No one was even able to address the public. So the police are gearing up to just battle the crowd. So once the smoke falls or disappears, they emerge. Once the smoke disappears, they emerge. Reporting under these circumstances, as I once said, has been very difficult because you don't know where to run to. The crowd isn't that many. People are not that many. They just stand up in a little bit of numbers, but the police do not want people to gather in crowds. Once they see a crowd gathering, they immediately disperse it. We've been here since 9 a.m. and it started it quite slow, but as the days and the time went by, then it all hell broke loose, if I may say. And the police are just trying to disperse the crowd. Matatu have been told not to be in Nairobi CBD. So far, we are here giving you live news coverage of the said Mandamano. And when we try to interview, it is very difficult to interview. So as you can hear the crowd behind me trying to even blow whistles, then boom, that is the tear gas. And that is live ammunition. It is quite horrific, if I may say. I mean, you can never get used to such a loud bang, but we've been here since morning to give you comprehensive news concerning what the Nane Mandamano that was said to happen today. We've been here since in the morning, and they're saying that they've never like had an experience of this tear gas because the way it itches your eyes is very difficult. So that is a man that has been injured. He's being rushed to this other side for medical treatment. And the issue here is, even though they're carrying and they do not want crowd, that is a lady being rushed to get medical aid. The streets are literally empty. Businesses have been closed. So there is a medical camp on the other side of the road trying to attend to those people who have been injured. So if maybe there are like 3 people, no. So we've had so far tear gas levied everywhere. So this is a guy trying to just talk to the police, try to tell him what he has in mind, and the police are telling him, go home. We don't want to hurt you, we don't want to harm you, we just want you to leave town. No demonstrations today. The message is very clear. One journalist, however, sadly has been injured. She's being attended to. She was caught in all this mayhem, and she has been taken to hospital for medical attention. Other leaders who turned up and they came to address the crowd. They wanted the crowd to understand why they were here. Anytime they tried to hold any sort of a meeting, any sort of any conference, just talking to people, they were tear gassed. Jimmy Wajinge came with his deputy. He was also tear gassed, and he didn't even get an opportunity to talk to the people that he came to address. It has been very difficult for journalists because even places where we had sought shelter, we were tear gassed. It was very difficult. At times we didn't even know where the crew was. But we have been here relentless, trying to give you up-to-date information of whatever is happening. And we will still be here trying to see if we can, if any, get a single interview from the people who turned up to protest, because you have to understand why do they want to protest despite the government having disbanded the cabinet secretary and dropped the finance bill. They feel like there are more grievances they're trying to hold. So the youths are very relentless. Once the smoke falls down, they show up. You even wonder where they're hiding from. But once the smoke goes down, they are here. The police are, however, very relentless. They are also not moving. So they throw the tear gas, they hide, and then they turn back from the hiding. It has been quite a tricky day today. You can hear those are very loud tear gas, trying to disperse any amount of crowd that is trying to gather. So as you can hear, those are youths trying to say that some of their people and their colleagues have been injured. On the other side, even though they are protesting, there is a medical camp there attending to people who have been injured, either been hit by a tear gas, fallen, or either been shot. They are trying to say, do not attack this place. This place is a medical camp. You're attending to people who have been injured. But despite that, boom, then there is a tear gas being levied at them. And there are people who are sick there. So it's quite a confusing day because it is happening all around CBD. So as you can see, so they do not want crowds. It has been very difficult to record or to report under such circumstances. Tear gas left, right, and center. So what they're discouraging is people in groups. They do not want people in groups, people in crowds. They do not want that. So this is another set of police officers that have arrived to detain and control the situation that is now starting to mount. The day started out a little bit slow, but tear gas has been all over the place, if I may say. We're just trying to move far from the smoke, because once you're there, your eyes won't be the same. So far, that is the situation within Nairobi CBD. We have been here since morning. The situation escalated quite a bit. Tear gas has been thrown everywhere. Reporting under these circumstances has not been easy, but we have been here on the ground giving you comprehensive news as they unfold. The youth came in large numbers. We tried to interview a few of them, but we could not because it was discouraged. Once you try to interview somebody and they're talking to the mic, then you'll be tear gassed. We have been here trying to give you any information, but sadly we could not give you an interview. Remember, we're Fresh Eye News. You could subscribe to our channel. We will always give you fresh, comprehensive news coverage. For Fresh Eye News, I am Leah Akoth.
At the moment uko ready utakata.
Sawa. Sawa. Four. Sawa. Haya. Anasema for 15. So tuende for 10 minutes alafu. Tena wewe ndio. Nilikuwa nimesema tutokata hivi. Ndio kwa hizo macheo.
We have all our officers.
Huh?
But it's fun, I love it, but that's how it is. Yeah.
Ati?
NTV.
Yeah.
Unakuwa MC hao hapo. Wakiaka nyuma. Udah kau nak demi mana mau?
Yes.
Udah.
Allô, moi, je suis fort. Donne le festo.
Ora namanya aneh nggak? Ah ya.
Kalau ni kendo ni gacol ni pe,มันก็ว่าหรอกถ้าเด็ดมาก็ได้เซมแชร์
finally.